I'd like to give a short update today on the perch, the 4 Barramundi and 3 Nile Perch. They've been transferred to this tank a couple of months ago. Took to it very well. I was a bit concerned that the Piraiba and jello, maybe even red tails, the big mouth predators might prey on some of them, even though they couldn't swallow them, or could not conveniently swallow some of them, but everything worked out very well. They have grown a lot. Their appetite is superb. You can tell the Nile are darker and have some pattern on them, and the Barramundi are mirror-like scales. The Nile Perch has a bigger mouth, bigger eyes, versus the Barramundi. They respond to me very acutely. When I come to the tank, they always hope to be fed. Always looking at me, piling up here at the window. Some other fish do the same. The gar, the giant gourami. To an extent, the arowana. So it looks really dense because they all come up to the front glass and hope to be fed. Not making excuses, surely this tank is way overstocked, but not for long. We just have to tough it out, maybe for a month or two more, and we're gonna reshuffle it. And lighten up the load probably twice. They look like they added about 6 inches in this tank in a couple of months they've been here. 4 inches for sure, maybe even 6. So they're about 2 foot now. They went in here at about 1.5 feet. There's a little difference in the sizes, a little variation, but more or less. But anyway, from 22 to 24 inches, let's say. People like feeding them because of their stealthy sucking in technique. They approach stealthily and they suck in their prey so strongly most of the people don't have to open the tongues, they just suck them out of the tongues. I don't see any growth rate difference. This one is a semi-short body Barramundi, one that's a deformed, one of our four. I'm sure they're culls from the food farm operations that farm fish for food. I don't know if Nile Perch are farmed for food at all, but Barramundi are worldwide. This one has muted pattern versus the other two. But this was also slightly smaller, maybe by an inch. On these two guys. Needless to say, they have excellent vision. They see everything that's going on outside of the tank, above the tank. And they watch you like a hawk. And whatever you're doing, whatever you're sticking in the tank or above the tank. I was also afraid that the bigger bat would not take to them kindly, but he seemed to not care at all. He doesn't consider them his rivals as much as he considers even giant gourami his rivals. Like they're staring at you, hypnotizing. Yeah, they're solid 2 feet. If you take them out of the water, probably even longer than that. Which is very strong growth. Not the fastest, but very solid growth. I don't know, time flies. Maybe they've been more than 2 months in this tank. I might misjudge the time that they had been here. Anyhow, this is our modest update on the Goliath groupers of the freshwater, the Nile Perch and the Barramundi perch, the African and the Australian.